Welcome back to another episode of Magic's in the Mess, the go to podcast for ambitious women ready to stop pretending, start aligning, and finally build success your way. I'm your host, Danielle McKinley, speaker, business and wealth strategist, and your go to problem solving hype girl. Here, we'll help you unlock powerful mindset shifts, discover your magic, and bring your dream life into reality. Each week, I'll deliver raw stories, proven business strategies, and powerful transformations with industry leaders to activate the magic in you. So if you're ready to ditch the pressure, the performative BS, and the noise telling you who you should be, hit subscribe and let's make some magic. All right, magic makers. Today, I want to talk to you about something that could completely shift the way you run your business and your life. And I'm not talking about another marketing hack or the latest sales funnel or whatever trend is blowing up on TikTok this week. I am talking about you, who you are at your core, your innate gifts, the way you're designed to operate when you're not forcing yourself into strategies that were never meant for you in the freaking first place. And here's the funny thing, sometimes those gifts are so natural to us, we don't even realize that they're special. Sometimes they're not logical. Sometimes they're not even obvious. And if you're anything like me, you might have been hiding one of your biggest gifts without even realizing it. So, this morning, I was on a call inside the incredible podcast community for female entrepreneurs. It's called the Unscripted Network, and it's hosted by my girl, Jess Bergio. And if you are a female podcaster, I cannot recommend this community enough. I'll drop a link in the show notes for us. But in today's session, we had a call with a human design expert, and the conversation really reminded me of the power of using different modalities, whether it's human design, Enneagram, Kolbe, whatever it is, to better understand yourself. Not just for fun and not just for like personality insights, but to actually run your life and your business in a way that feels good and that works for you. And one of the things my human design revealed that I is that I have this ability to see the bigger picture. And truthfully, sometimes I can see 10 steps ahead of where someone is right now. I can often see where they're headed, what roadblocks are going to show up, and the exact steps that will get them where they want to go to that end goal. And I'll be honest with you, for years, I stayed quiet about this. I didn't want people to think I was trying to be, that thing no one likes, a know it all. And I didn't want to come off as if like I have all the answers. And the truth is, sometimes what I could see didn't make sense to the other person just yet. So it just felt easier to stay quiet. So here's the problem with that. When we hide the gifts that could actually help people, we're not protecting ourselves. We are truly robbing the people who could benefit the most. So, as I built and scaled my own businesses, and I've coached entrepreneurs across so many different industries, I started learning how to bridge the gap between what I could see and where someone else was right now. I started to find the language to explain the vision in a way that felt doable for them. I learned how to truly reverse engineer the path. So now, if I see 10 steps ahead, I don't just say, you need to be over here. I actually break it down into a step by step process from beginning to end so I can take them on the journey instead of just showing them the 10 steps ahead that I see. So I'll go through like, here's step one, here's step two, here's how we're going to get there, right? And make sure that everything's working before we take the next leap. And here's what's wild. Once I started really leaning into this gift instead of hiding it, my coaching results got even stronger. Clients were able to hit their goals faster because they weren't wasting energy zigzagging or chasing just distractions, right? And that's the thing about human design. It's not about putting you in a box, it's about showing you the operating manual for how you're built and then giving you permission to stop apologizing for it. So I want you to think about this. What's a gift you've been hiding? Maybe you're incredible at seeing connections between things and other people, and they don't notice it. Maybe you have a knack for diffusing conflict in a room. Maybe you're the one who's always spotting the opportunity that no one else sees. But here's the question. Have you been downplaying it because you're worried about how people might perceive you? Have you been comparing yourself to someone else who's doing it differently and convinced yourself that your way is wrong? The dream life you want, friend, the one you keep picturing in your head, it's going to require you to bring all of yourself to the table. Not just the parts that you're comfortable with, not just the parts people praise you for, even the parts you've been shrinking. And this is magic in the mess, my girls and boys. Mostly girls listen to this show, but the magic may very well be in your mess. That thing that you don't think is very important, or that experience that you went through, or that degree that you got that you aren't using, somewhere in there could be the very thing that is your guiding light, that is your magic and your superpower. So I want you to think about, what if if you're not sure what it is, what parts are you hiding? How does it, like, what do you do when you're on your own? How does it feel when you utilize certain strengths? Does it light you up or does it drain you? And really fine tune and focus on, where is your magic, because we all have magic, and doing something like figuring out your human design, or your Kolbe, or your Enneagram, those are really great modalities and tools to help guide you to discovering your magic and what really works for you. So when I work with clients, we always start with two things: your money story and your natural gifts. Because if you're building a business that ignores either of those, you're going to hit resistance over and over again. And that's when things like burnout can set in. And your money story, it's your root. It's the lens you see decisions through, the filter that shapes how you price, how you sell, how you invest in yourself. And your natural gifts, those are the vehicle. They're the way you move towards your goals with the least resistance. So, when you understand both, it's like switching from trying to paddle upstream to riding a boat with the current. Everything just gets lighter. You make decisions faster, you stop second guessing yourself, and the results you want, more clients, more income, more freedom, all of that starts showing up faster because you're in alignment. It literally starts just flowing to you. So here's my invitation for you today: take some time to think about your gifts, think about what you've been hiding, the ones you've been brushing off because they come so naturally to you that you don't even think that they're valuable. And if you're ready to uncover those gifts, align your business with them, and build from the root startup, starting with your money story, I would be honored to help you. I am doing something for my listeners that I don't do ever. And that is, I am offering one on one access to me through my Vision to Victory call, where we can unpack where you are, where you want to go, and map out the exact steps to start getting you there. I was inspired by today's session and reminded of the gift that I have, that I just do like second nature. I sometimes don't even notice that I'm doing it. And then clients are like, whoa, how did you see that? Right. And it really made me realize that I want to put it out there a little bit more. So, for my incredible listeners here, for you, I want to offer you a 1 hour session with me to help you map out the next 10 steps and to really pull you out of a funk. So, if you are looking for something like that, I would be honored and I would love to help. So, I will drop the link in the show notes for you. That's the only place that you'll be able to find it. And I would love nothing more than for you to hit subscribe or share this episode to someone who might resonate with it or who just needs to hear this message today. And if there was some big takeaway you had, I love nothing more than vibing with all of you in the DMs. So reach out to me on the gram. That's where I spend most of my time. And let's connect. Let's build your business around you and what works for you. And let's make sure you're not hiding that magic that lives within. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next week.